It's the weekend. Well, well, for me it's a weekend. Today's Friday, and it's a holiday, so I'm goofing off. And this is Thessaloniki. So, if you're familiar with the Bible or you're familiar with Greek history, then you know something, at least something about Thessaloniki. So, and I got this airport off of uh, the flightsim.to. It's fairly well done. I thought it was causing me crashes, but then I was thinking about my add-ons, and I don't think this was causing me crashes. So I've reloaded it. We'll see how it goes, but I suspect that the scenery is fine. It's hard to tell what's causing crashes, right? When they happen, but I haven't had a crash since I removed one add-on, and that's that Orbix Vessels thing, which is sad because I really like that add-on. So I had to take it all off until somebody fixes the API, which isn't their fault, I don't think, unless they're using it badly. So yeah, let's just take a quick look around, see the mountains. I'll have to go hunting around and find Thermopylate, which is near here. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that badly, but very famous battle happened there a long time ago with the Persians. Okay, so we're sitting here. I haven't really done much other than power it up, put it on ground power. Let's hit pause init to get that out of the way, and then let's go to index and data link, and we'll go to ATIS, and we'll type in LGTS and send that. Received. Go to the ATIS. Unavailable. Ah, gotta be kidding me. That's okay, I've got other sources. 290 at 5. You know, I'll try it again in a second. Sometimes, see, it says, well, I guess it received the fact that it couldn't get it. Yeah, I couldn't get it. Oh well, alright. Posit it. LGTS. And we're going to Split, Croatia, which is a beautiful airport. This is the Orbix one. So, yep, I did it. I said, you know, I've been wanting that airport for a while. It's just gorgeous. What do you do? And there's someone who is a Ukrainian who's creating sceneries. I don't know where he is, but I think it's Northern Sky, and most of his stuff is available on Orbix. So I'm gonna pick up one, maybe two of his airports for two reasons. Number one, because I want to, because he's Ukrainian, support him, and number two, because his sceneries get really good reviews for just like ambience. They so double the reason. So he does. Let's see. He did Seward, Alaska, and he's also done 4 or 5 airports, I think, in Hawaii. So yeah. Think about flight plan. Okay, so LGTS, and then we're going to ALIKO. And next, UN 130, UN 130 to TALAS. To MAVAR. RETRA. TIBRI. Let's see. I'm gonna go with the first one. We'll see how it goes. TIBRI. It didn't take it. But something weird happened. So I'm gonna have to check this thing carefully. Okay, so TIBRI, NERRA. That's 5. And SIPAL. Next. It's not a long flight either. And then, let's see, let me go previous, see what happened up here. So LDSP, let's see, LGTS, ALIKO, UN 130 to TALAS, to MAVAR, to RETRA, to TIBRI, to NERRA, to SIPAL. That's right. I don't know. The thing that had me going is this moved when I put in TIBRI. So I'm puzzled by that. But we will see. Departure arrival. We're going to depart on 3-4. So that's our 4. And we're taking the ALIKO 1A. It's right on top. Exactly. Nothing super fancy about that one. R2. And the plan is the SIPAL 1J from SIPAL. Next. By the way, let me look at the weather at Split real quick. Weather. 230 at 7. So hold on. 230 at 7. Well, let's see. So I'm landing with a tailwind, I think. Well, I don't know. That's the way I'm actually set up to go. So we'll see how it goes. See how it goes. We're gonna choose 2-3 and exec that. We'll see what it looks like. All right, legs. I think ALIKO's in there twice. Well, that doesn't look like the star I picked. Okay. Well, it kind of is. It actually kind of is. Okay. That explains runway 23. There it is. So we come here and go to here. And then, let's see what it says. Is there page 2? This is Thessaloniki. What? No, this is right. This is Thessaloniki. So let's close this. And let's go. No. Here. Here. So there's only one page to this. Transition altitude is set by ATC. SIPAL is 8,000 plus 200, less than 250 knots. Okay, so there's really just not a lot of instructions. So you go here, and I guess you go here, here, here. Which I don't know how that translates to that. Let's go previous. Yeah, it stops here at SIPAL. Wait. Did I not put SIPAL in? Wait a second. Let's take runway 23 off and see what happens. Next. Exec. So now let's see what we got. We still got nothing. Oh, that looks right. So it's got a discontinuity, but that's okay. We can fix that. So let's go to legs. And walk through this carefully because, yeah, it's in there twice. Check that. So I guess we come up here and then this is a downwind. Okay. So let's go to performance. Perfinet. 12360. And 2 packs. 50 pounds. Take off. Weather 290 at 5. 90/5. And 19. Oh, I can't do that yet. Well, I could put in, you know, one of the cool things is you can put in the altimeter like this and it translates it. So that's good. Next. Send that. And we're done there, so we can go here and escape Actually, I can go there. Battery amps. Why do I have battery amps? Do I not have ground power hooked up? Index. Next. Mod set. No external power. I better get this thing going. Okay, so battery switch is on. Emergency light switch is on. Standby flight display switch is on. Fuel quantity. Just need a little bit more. Avionics switches dispatch. Parking brake is set. Wheel chocks are removed. Cabin doors closed. Passenger briefing complete. Seats, belts, pedals adjusted. External lights. Put on the belt. FMS is checked and set. Climate control selector. Turn that off. Throttles. Idle. Start number 1. Start number 2. So there's no ground power. Shut that off. Alright, electrical looks good. Avionics can come on. Climate control selector. Safety switch. Trims are set.
May I have your attention, please? At this time,
Flight controls.
with the illuminated seatbelt and no smoking signs.
Speed brakes. And flaps. Flaps are set. Hydraulic pressure set. Engine only anti-ice is not required. Takeoff data is confirmed set. Let's see, so I might just run through this real quick. Avionics switch is on. Climate control selectors norm. Passenger safety is on. Trims are checked and set. Flight controls are free and correct. Speed brakes are checked. Flaps are checked and set. Hydraulic pressure is checked. Anti-ice is not required. Takeoff data confirmed set. Avionics. Let's see, so real quick. Let's pin this. And so I've got to maintain at least 700 and 316 feet per nautical mile up to flight level 110. We have to be at or above flight level 110 at ALIKO. Climb to 600, turn left, intercept MKR 323 to D10 MKR. Turn left 254 to track, intercept MKR. Looks like this. Looks like that. So we're going to depart here, turn left here, and then go here. So if I were belt and suspenders kind of guy, which I sometimes am, I would go down here and tune 110.8, and I typically put these things in nav 2, and then go here and scroll down here to bearing source. By the way, while I'm here, there, and escape, and then go there, and come on. Here's that. Alright. So to 600 feet, and if I wanted to do that, then what I could do is let's see, refs menu. Click here.
Minimums.
Actually, here. Minimums. Well, no, here. Can you have both on? No, you can't. Okay. And then so that's where I start my turn. You know, just a reference, that's all. Taking off from runway 32. Did I say 32? 34. And 342. And we got to be at 11,000 feet. So I'm going to put that in. Yeah, I'm more cautious when I'm flying in Europe, especially with SIDS and stars, because they do get more complex. And the CJ4, this CJ4 FMS currently doesn't understand arcs and teardrop turns. You have to help it, you know, by manufacturing fixes and stuff like that. So hopefully we'll see a change to that. I'm not sure if we'll see it this time, you know, when they release their new version in another week or two. But and it does have issues. You just got to keep your eye on it. Just, you know, just got to keep your eye on things. Okay. Cool. Now, so much to do, dear Lord. Chart. Zoom. So we're taking off 3-4, so I assume we'll come out here to Alpha and taxi down Alpha, and I am on VATSIM. Croatia, this whole area, not just Croatia, but this whole VATSIM center is one of the more active ones I've seen, besides perhaps Germany and England. So it's very possible then we will see them come. In fact, they are online. Holy crap. In fact, yeah, North Macedonia and I don't know what the other, oh, let's find out what they're called. Oh, I hope I can figure it out. Well, I was connected, and then what happened? Oh, I restarted my sim because I wanted to load this airport. Yeah. Adriatic West Center, is that what that stands for? And then LRBB Center. LRBB. I don't know what to call these guys quite often. I'm over here, right there. Alexander the Great territory around here. Let's see, so are we ready to go? Let's see, yes we are. I need to make a broadcast on some frequency. One, 2.8. I don't have that one saved. 122.8 L1 and North Macedonia. Either of these two could be Adriatic. How can I figure this out? ADRE Center. There we go. ADRE Center is 130.55. 130.55. And we'll put that in L2. And the other one is Adria West Center is 130.45. So what I can do is, if I can remember how to do this, L1 130.45, and I can store that in L3. Okay, so now we're good. You know, it's what they say. There's three things that are useless to a pilot. Let's see, the runway behind you, the altitude above you, and the gas you left on the ramp. And the third thing I would say, the fourth thing, especially when it comes to high performance airplanes, is the things you could have done that you didn't do before you took off. Early. The things you didn't do that you could have done early. So that will bite you in these airplanes. Staying ahead of the airplane is crucial and makes them fun. So I'm going to Alpha, so I'll use Alpha 3 up there and A6. And let's see, this is as far as I know, it's a standard departure off of runway 34 with a left turn out. If I get any abnormal indication below 70 knots, I'll abort, stop on the runway, notify TC. Beyond 70 knots, I'll only stop for engine fire, engine failure, loss of control, or something that makes me think the airplane won't fly. Beyond V1, I'm committed for the flight. Plan A is ATC instructions. Plan B, Plan B is probably runway heading to, I'm going to say, what is the minimum safe altitude here? There is no minimum safe altitude, but, well, yes. Runway heading to 4,500 feet. There it is, MKRVOR. So there's that. I got my pointer set. This all looks good. I can hit toga now, and I can put heading mode on. And there's that. And I'll keep the chart up for a little bit. And last thing I'll do is check the icing. Though I think the weather's going to be pretty good on this flight, as opposed to last night, which it wasn't bad, but had its challenges. Okay, so turn lights, taxi, park and brake off. What don't you like? Stand by. Fuel imbalance. That's weird. It's really weird. Something went wrong. Let's fix it. Compass looks good. Brakes work. Well, that guy's going off the opposite runway. Wonder if I can get that ATIS now. Hold on. Tune. No, not tune. Index. Data link. Let's try the ATIS again. LGTS. Send. Next. Oops. Send. ATIS. No. Crap. Okay, so return. And let's do real quick weather. Make sure it matches. This is handy to do too. L. G. T. S. And we're going to. Oh. L. G. T. S. And I'll put in LD. SP while I'm thinking about it. And by the way, my alternate is LDZA L. Alright, we'll send that. Receive, return. And I can go to view and okay, so 2905 ceiling and visibility, okay. Okay, return and LDSP. LDSP, ceiling and visibility, okay. 2408. Okay, no significant. I guess that's no significant weather. Here's the forecast down here. Winds forecast to stay the same. What does that arrow do? Visibility. Okay, so the weather's going to be good the whole area. Go back to legs. In fact, I'll do a DIR. I'll go to DIR. Thessaloniki traffic citation text and runway 32 for departure Thessaloniki. There is a lot to do. All right. got a runway to cross, so I'll hold off on doing the rest of my before takeoff checklist until I cross it. See, they did a pretty decent job on that. This is free on the on flightsim.to. Somebody else did this. I think it may have been Aerosoft, and I actually had it for prepared. And it was really well done. That one was well done. But, you know, I don't want to keep paying for airports over and over again. And honestly, the defaults are pretty darn good, you know. They're a lot. I mean, the good news for the developers is that, you know, there's a lot of people using Flight Sim 2020, so their customer base is much bigger. But the bad news is the default airports are actually pretty good. So, lights, I'm gonna put my, light it up like a Christmas tree since I'm crossing the runway. Looks really good. Nice surrounding areas too. You know, remember, if you flew on some of the prepared and all that, how the terrain was just awful. Like who would fly there because it was just so bad. But you know, now you can fly friggin' anywhere. You can fly to Africa. I flew over the Sahara and I was like, I mean, there's nothing to see, trust me. But at least it looked like a desert and not like a big tan thing. Alright, so we're across the runway. Ice protection system is checked, rudder bias system is checked, seats upright, flaps checked and set 15. Speed brake is 0%, trims are set. Crew briefing is complete, TCAS. Let me slow down here a second, I can do it. Well, I'll just wait till I get up to the end. It's only a few items. It's TARA, and I'll put in 2200. Goes. Radar. So this is really traffic. Let's close up the chart. Need that. Go around button is pushed, and we are in heading mode. Battery amps. Good. Ice protection systems. We're ready to go. That looks really good. I mean, it really looks good. And I'm going to pause here for a second. Okay, so I have, let me see, well, I'm going to turn off the, I've got traffic turned on, so let me shut it off. Traffic, since I'm on VATSIM, you shouldn't really be doing that, even though I like it. So Thessaloniki traffic, a citation taken runway 34 for departure, Thessaloniki. So we want lights, icing, pitot heats, flaps, transponder is TARA, switches, terrain, traffic, or weather, traffic, terrain, and then heading TO, 11,000 feet, altimeter not set. See, that's why you do that. One 1019. How did I miss that in the checklist? Alright, let's get going. Runway 34. I don't know about you, but I watch a lot of YouTube. I like to watch the videos that the guys make on tutorials. I like to watch real life flight plans, you know, the Citation Max, and there's another guy, but Citation Max is good because he walks you through it as you go. Or as he goes. And then obviously Stevie O, why not? You know, he's a good guy. Let's see, so we're all set to go. Heading, takeoff, 11,000 feet, and heading is set. And at 600 feet, we do our left turn. So if you notice, this goes straight to Attica. Oh wait. Actually, let's zoom out. See that? There we go. That's what I was looking for. And well, let's just say I see it. That terrain. And I'll walk through the flow as I go. I'll try to anyway. Knots, cross-checked. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Flaps up. V2 plus 20. Yaw damper IAS mode. And then climb power. And we're looking for 600 feet. 540. 600. Start our left turn. I'm going to put on nav mode. Gears up, flaps are up, yaw dampers on. Going to IAS right there. And we'll just level out at 11,000 when we get there, for a little bit anyway. So we're at the transition altitude, so there we go. And I didn't set that for flight, actually told me, so that's how I know. Let's put on the autopilot so we can take a look around. Not an insignificant place.
Altitude.
There we go. I'm going to aim for 220. So we're heading west into the mainland. So that goes down to Athens that way. Attica, all that. Alright, and altitude. I uploaded my checklist for the CJ4. It's linked on the description. Some people might like it. One thing I really like about it is it's got, at the very end of the checklist, it's got a typical cruise altitudes for the distance that you're flying, which SimBrief sometimes gets wrong. So if you want, that sort of a thing, if you need that sort of a thing, if you want to have a realistic altitude. I got this, where did I get this from? I think I got this from a real world checklist. And it's also got speed limits, which really I don't know how much that's needed, because the PFD really handles, shows all that. Heading on. 200, I will do it IS mode, and I will actually go up to 240. After takeoff, landing gear is up, flaps are up, throttles are climb, yaw dampers on because the autopilot's on, autopilot's on, ice protection systems are on, passengers lights. I can come off of the belts, and I can come off the landing lights. Altimeters are set and cross-checked. So a short flight, I'm really looking forward to seeing Orbix split. They came out with that, 5-6 years ago, maybe more. I'm interested to see what it looks like. There's a couple more they've got along the Albanian coast, I think. And I always wait for the sales. I rarely pay full price for scenery, even though I'm thinking about getting P-Hog because of the Northern Sky guy. It's expensive for a scenery. And I buy very few of the expensive ones. I'm cheap. I'll just say it. I'm cheap. I have a Stream Deck, one of the Stream Deck XL that has all the screens that I can set so I can control my PFD or my MFD. Sometimes you'll see that I'll be controlling things and not clicking on them up here. It's because I'm using the Stream Deck to do it. It's really cool. My only regret about the Stream Deck at this particular moment is I only have one. That says something about the Stream Deck. Those things are $250 on Amazon, and but you could look it up, Stream Deck XL, and it's cool because each button is a screen, a TV screen that can show different things based on how you program it. It can show your, any button you want with any image you want, and it can also show a status of whether it's on or not. It can show, I've got another screen that shows me what my frame rate is, which is 35 right now, and my wind at my current position, which is 348 at 33. You can, you can do things like pause the sim, which is dubious for me. I hardly ever pause the sim. If I pause the sim, I go all the way out. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screens, maybe 8. Like I said, my only regret is I only have 1. I would like to have 3. But I will say this, I use SPAD, and it takes an enormous amount of time to program these things. I mean enormous. So they're great, but just be prepared to invest a lot of time. I spent 4 days on the ground programming the CRJ. 4 days. Not flying, just programming the screens. So yeah. So this is northern Greece. We're getting ready to head into North Macedonia, so we'll be picking up ATC there. So yeah, a lot of history around this area. And when I leave here, I'm thinking to head down to Crete. Where the Minoans lived, right? And then from there, I'm probably going to go over to around Milas, which is in western Turkey. The Minoans they're famous for, they were a power, back before Greece was. And about the same time they were a power, humans began to write, right? It was around that time. It was around 2500 BC. And then philosophy and stuff started. Right, 1500 years later, something like that. And that happened in Milas. So I'm going to all these historic places. I don't know much about the history of Split, though. Don't know much about it at all. It's just pretty. 56 knot headwind. I was, according to ForeFlight, I was supposed to have a tailwind. Let's see what SimBrief says about tailwinds and headwinds.
Altitude.
Well, I should have 281 at 32. So the wind is a little bit further west and stronger, or further north, stronger. I'll try 95. So the wind, well, it came down a little. Heading. So a little, well, let's see. Arrival planning. Planning for 2-3. I've already got my approach in. By the way, let's have a look at that. Legs. We are on a star, so we should be good. Actually, I've set up for the visual. Runway elevation, probably pretty close to sea level. Is 2-3 is 525, so I think I would put in 2000 here. (8,366 feet long). Let's help it out a little bit. Am I in this guy's airspace? Close, very close. So let me give him a call. Oh, yeah, he's still on. Everybody else has gone off. They may come back. 130.55. Calm. See if I can figure out what to call him. Transmitting. Let's see. Center citation 3438 Tango.
November 3438 Tango, area radar over down, squawk 5234.
Squawk 5234, 38 Tango. 5234. I'll throw an ident on there too. Usually it's the other center that's busy. You know, that's on. I need to do some flying up in Germany too. Their ATC, I mean, they get so busy up there. That's where you're challenged, right? You're keeping up with a lot.
November 3438 Tango, what is your next waypoint?
38 Tango, my next waypoint is MAVAR.
November 3438 Tango, according to your flight plan, your departure is Kilo Sierra Foxtrot Bravo and destination is Mike Yankee November November. I don't think that is correct. Can you please check your flight plan?
Yeah, give me a sec.
Cargo Italia A722 Uniform 122 decimal. Happy weekend, para.
It forgot LGTS.
122 decimal, vai, pode controlar essa pergunta.
LDSP. It forgot part of my. And Center 38 Tango, I've fixed the flight plan.
November 3438 flight plan is now received, identified, continuous flight.
Thank you.
AGN 196 Papa, monitor uniform 122 decimal. Bye.
Roger, monitoring uniform 122.8. Thanks. Well, I go Virginia. Again, 196.
I put that in before I connected to. That's him.
Itaro 0158, Alja Radar, Bada.
Hello, currently on the ground, Itaro 158 at Skjold, request IFR clearance to Innsbruck.
Itaro 0158.
I put that on before I connected to VATSIM because I was still waiting for my SIM to start up.
Unexpectedly.
No problem, we'll go on uniform.
Turkish 2 Mike November, uniform 122, that's bye-bye. All stations, Adrian is closed now, continue on uniform as filed, have a nice day.
Oh, he's going off.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that's Struga right over there that we're looking at by the lake. Right there. I'm glad he told me my flight plan was wrong. At least I got that fixed. So we're coming up here over on the coast. We're just going to fly up the coast. So I guess I can do the visual into 2-3. So I can go ahead and do my perf. And did I do to approach? Dear Lord. 2208. 21. That's 70 degrees. 1018. So I need 2,600 feet of runway. Said that the wind is 2208, so half of that is 4, and so we want our V approach to be at least 4 knots above VREF, and it is, so we're okay. Not the best altitude to pick. FS 2020 likes to bounce your airplane around when you're over mountains. Ah. There's the Adriatic. So that'll be Italy on the other side over there. Is this snow? Yep. Very mountainous. Never been over this part of the world before. Plan to do it more. So I think I got all the discontinuities out. Legs. I'll make sure I sent that. Yes, I did. And I believe, I'm pretty sure that they tell what the transition altitude is. So what I'll do is, since they do that, I'll take a guess. And let's go to perf, VNAV setup. And we could set transition altitude. Let's get some mountains, so we'll just throw 8,000 in there. Now, if I remember correctly, I've got to just put 80. Whoa. I was just sitting here thinking, gosh, it's too quiet. I didn't move my throttles at all, and somehow they... Do I have icing? That's something you really notice in an airplane, is the amount of noise in a real airplane. And if something's not right, it gets to nagging at you. It's like something's, what is it? Something's not right. And so I was just looking out this window and I thought, this wind doesn't sound right. And that happens in real airplanes too. Most definitely it does. So we'll just leave icing on because it may have been icing. Would have made our trip nice and long, unless would have gotten a lot slower. That's what I will say. If you want to go up, pull back on the yoke. You want to go down, pull back even further. Okay. So where are we? We are right there. Where this is Montenegro, right around here. And then we'll be skirting along Bosnia-Herzegovina, and then really the right, there's a thin strip which is Croatia. And then further inland is Bosnia-Herzegovina. It's amazing to me. I mean, this whole place was engulfed in war back in the 90s. And so much history was just wiped out. But, you know, the history of this whole region is war. Just so much war. So it's been pretty quiet in this area, thank goodness, except for obviously Ukraine. That's a good thing. Oh, so they're back online again. Can't quite make out Italy. Maybe just a tad. Three 0.45. Let's go to here. And I really should be on that. And if I go here and come back here, yeah, it wipes it out. So maybe I'll get my visual, maybe I won't. Romania has VETSIM. Germany has VETSIM, most of it. England has a boatload of approach controls on. I saw that, who was it? FSDG came out with the Germany landmarks for one state in Germany. I don't know if I want to go there. You know, I mean, I mean, buying up tons of areas with landmarks. I don't know. I think I have one. I've got one for Tokyo. And I may have gotten the one for Seoul, Korea. But, you know, I don't know. I guess if I was going to fly there a lot, I'd probably do it. That's the thing, you know, you look at how much it costs and you think, how often am I really going to fly there? If it gives you a reason to fly there, then yeah. But I don't think it'll give people a lot of reason to fly there. But part of me hopes it does, because, you know, flight sim has always been about the airliners. And if more people are flying GA, then we'll see more GA on VATSIM. And I think somebody released Brussels recently. It's one nice airport to fly into. Amsterdam's a nice one to fly into. I don't think we have an Amsterdam yet. But again, you know, I'm only going to buy airports that I'm going to be flying into more than a few times. At least that's my take. I'll dial him in early because I want to see what to expect. So yeah, if I had both of these independent, which should be in another week or two, I would put direct on one and legs on the other. Not that it's needed for this particular flight, but a lot of times on departure you'll get a direct to, and you want to have your legs page up. So Italy is coming next, I think, on the sim up or the world update. That'll be welcome. I hope, and I have no reason to think this, but I hope they do Greece next or soon. And I've got my own list, right? But you know, I hope they do Greece. There's a lot of places to do. Well, and then I heard that they're doing South America, some places there. That'll drive them a little bit nuts. That's huge. I mean, you almost want them to do one country at a time, like they're doing Europe, you know, because like they did the U.S., but it's vast, right? It's, you know, it's large compared to Italy or Iberia. Which I do need to get over that way too. I need to get over to Portugal and Spain. Though I...
Good afternoon. Lufthansa 999 at Split. Request ISR clearance to Frankfurt.
Lufthansa 8989 at your radar. I'm only testing something at the moment, so you can remain on your command.
Oh, okay.
So the best, enjoy your day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
So I can leave him behind. So we'll go back to legs. Nope, nope, tune, think. We'll select that. Take a risk and start this.
Thessaloniki 2, climbing flight level 290, direct cockpit.
Listen to those guys.
2, radar contact, cleared level 410. Contact level 410, Thessaloniki 2.
So what's out there? Not much to see on this side of the cockpit. That's pretty.
Radar G2, proceed from course direct to Quebec. Direct to Quebec, 72. Itarra 148, proceed direct to Mati and distance flight level 250, 2000 more.
Direct Basti, level 250, rate 2000 or more, Itarra 148. Right, 14 Bravo Golf, and then proceed to Stockholm or London?
14 Bravo Golf, you can, I will call you.
Roger that.
So this is us right here. These are these islands. And they're split right there on the coast. So, you know, having these sceneries, if I was over here and I wanted to take a short flight, load up Rome, I'd love to get Florence. I'd certainly love to get a bunch of these down here if they had them. I do have Palermo. Toronto, I'd like to get that. That's a lot of history down there too. Blame a lot of the Crusades starting on what happened in Sicily. So I'm going to put in 2000. 2000, and let's hit VNav. Wow. That's a steep descent. That's me powering back, not something else. I'll just let the speed gradually increase. I'm looking forward to seeing this. I love Orbix airports. Sometimes I think they're too dark, but I still love them. They're stable. You know, and I don't mind flying this airplane in Europe, but you know, it can be a real pill configuring the arcs and the teardrop turns. There's a lot of them. Makes flight planning go up by like I'd say 15 minutes to a half hour. You know, because you have to figure out a way to do it with all your nav systems. It's always doable, but it's a challenge. And let's see, let's go to this chart. And let's bring up the star.
132755.
So by here, we'll be down at 8,000 SP708. Or well, we'll be above 8,000, but we need to cross that at 250 knots. So altimeter is 1018. No. I gotta fix that. Come on. Let me have a look at something. LDSP. Transition is 10,000. That's according to 4Flight. So let me go back to. We'll use that. I thought it might be higher because of the mountains.
786 contact 12845. Bye.
284537845.
Hello, Lufthansa. 5 uniform, WF 351 crossing Hamburg.
Lufthansa 53 uniform below identified.
Yeah, I want to get a lower and slower airplane to fly in this area. And But it needs to be a cruiser. You know, one that you would take on a trip, not some knockoff airplane. There are so many knockoff airplanes. My preference would be a twin turboprop, but I would take a PA-46 any day. Great views in that airplane. The wings are pretty far back, so you can look out the window and see just great things. It's a nice airplane. So at SP708, you got to be above 8,000 or 200, but you do have to be at 250 knots. So wherever you are. So I noticed that they've got some also a improvement, performance improvement that they're going to be implementing in the summer. It's on the schedule. I don't remember what it's called. Something to do with NVIDIA cards. Okay, let's do that. Changes are still coming through, and they're significant. With all these nav systems, we still have precious few good airplanes. Hopefully in the next 6 months to a year we'll see some come out. So we're on speed. So, the airport's right around there somewhere? around here.
Papa Kilo fallait répondre direct Energy Papa Kilo, hello, you are on the 5 proceed to station. Back to Nimno and Papa Kilo, thank you.
United 907, leveling 330.
United 907, hello.
Focus 1, Lufthansa 2 to Yankee 11300.
Lufthansa to Yankee, hello, you are on.
Thank you.
Need sunglasses. Somebody asked for that for a feature.
73 November Alpha, 103 fighter refueling.
73 November Alpha, hello, you are on.
Hello there, 73 November Alpha.
So near Lassel, right here, I'll go to vectors.
Good morning, Ocean 2007 Heavy on approaching level 350 more normal.
Ocean 2007, hello, you are on. Maintenance.
Maintain 350, 2007.
Direct 126 uniform Papa, contact 126 285, bye.
126 285, different 36 uniform Papa, thank you, good day.
United 106 410.
United 106, hello, you are on. KLM 1 Quebec, contact 108, bye.
10885, good, right. United 194,
I'd like to see some more glass effects. I mean, I like these fingerprints. You can't see them right now because of the light, but oh, you can't see them over there either.
Ryanair, c'est Papa Kilo, rate 2000 normal.
2000 normal, c'est Papa Kilo.
Now what I could do, I don't know how it would work, But say I selected RX23 and say I put in 110/5. Try that, and then I could execute that. There we go.
Thank you, Ocean 207.
And it switched me to V pitch. Well, I don't know why it all of a sudden decided that I needed to descend at a much higher rate. I'll go VBS. And we're, you know, we're okay. Our next thing is RX201, and we got to be 4,000 and above right here, so we're okay. I don't think I could edit this one. Yeah, I can't. I'll just leave it like it is. It's good. Yeah, now it agrees we're okay. Right here. So it's waiting to get back on the path. So we could scroll this up. Right around there. Otherwise, we're just going to be chasing the top of descent. I think I see it. Right there.
Delta 380 eastbound Costa. Hello flight to Delta, hello, you are
It's going to ease the power back some.
Lufthansa 461 Heavy, flight 0390. Lufthansa 461, hello, you are
See, that color looks more realistic, that darker green. To me, looks more realistic than this green here.
194, contact 135, 31, flight.
3531, United 194.
United 953, wow, 400 for flight level 410.
Wow.
Altitude.
Dream Team 289 kilo, contact on the 132.515. Goodbye. 132.515, Dream Team.
Wow. I'm 500 feet. I know I am. I want to see what that RNAV approach looks like after we get on the ground. Yeah. Oh my god. I may have to just do this manually. Oh my god.
Autopilot.
Welcome to Split. Where's a you know, approach control when you need when you need them. I want to see this RNAV approach. I wonder if it's an RNP. There's the airport right over there. Somebody decided to put an airport right here. Wow. I have to say the view's tremendous though. Alright, let's get the flaps out. All of them. Nope. Can't descend yet. Speed brakes. Come on. Speed brakes. Come on. Work. Oh, I'm not gonna make this. Flaps 1. Alright. Gear down. Flaps 2. Oh, I can't do that flaps yet. Okay. I bet you it's an RNP approach. Come on. Am I gonna make this? I don't know. Really, really fast. You know, I'd slip, but I don't think you're supposed to slip in this airplane.
Minimums.
I think I'll make it.
500.
I think I'll make it. Flaps full. Wow. Talk about a dive and drive.
Altitude.
Bounce.
Altitude.
Well, this is one of the more challenging ones. Oh, they like that. All right. The chart. Lower menu. Enter. Come on. Yeah, I gotta turn around. Speed brakes up. Flaps up. Lights. Pitot heats are off. Wow. Get off the runway here. I'm going to look at this RNP or this RNAV approach. I'm sure it's an RNP. Look at that. So that's interesting. So that means that probably I need to set up my visual for a 2-mile final, maybe. I'll try that next time. And I will be much more. See, I'll do some pre-planning. This is cool. So this is an Orbix airport, and it has that feel to it too. So there's the control tower, right where it should be. I would assume that GA would park over here. What do you think? Oh, well, there's a guy. I'll park by him. Wow. You know, I'll park over here. Landing lights off, strobes off. I think my passengers had a little bit too much to drink. Oh. Nope, that's not gonna work.
Flyer 9479, contact 135 310. Bye.
135 310, radar flight 8479. Bye.
I guess they're protecting their hearing. Alright. Park and brake on. So, real quick, before I power anything down. I had to pick the visual, didn't I? RNAV 23B. Hold on. Let's go here. And here. Split. And look at their charts and approach. So they've got an ILS Z to 5 and ILS Y to 5. Those make sense. But then for runway 23, they've only got 3 approaches. They've got a dedicated visual approach, which sets up on a 1.4 mile final. So there's the answer to that question. And let's see. Oh, and I could program this visual approach in because it's all based on a VOR. Yeah, this is, I'll have to come back here. Well, I should show you this, right? I should be showing you this. So here's the visual. Based on this VOR, it gives you courses, or it gives you distances. See right there, you can just program those in. And this is 1.4 nautical miles from the runway, so there's that. And then let's look at the VOR, and we'll say the RNAV. Oh, it's an RNAV visual. So this is the only pure instrument approach. Wow, look at that. An arc to a VOR, and then to a DME, and then a left turn, really a descending left turn right into the airport. And then the RNAV visual. Okay. So here to here to here to here to here. And then what is this dotted line here? I'll have to read this. But that's what it is. And this was one of our fixes. So here, SP504 to here, and descending once you get to here. Interesting. So Split is more than just a nice looking airport. Because that was a joke. My approach there was an absolute joke.
Condor 2115, descent flight level 250. Flight level 250, direction 2115.
Where am I? Way over there.
Bravo Whiskey, flight level 3902, Quebec. Bravo Whiskey, yellow, you're identified.
You know, they don't look like they're big mountains, but they are. But wow, what a nice place, huh?
Condor 2115, when able, 300 knots or greater.
Beaches down here, boats.
300 or greater, indicated for the 211.
Wow. So I'm gonna fly out of here, probably later today, maybe, and then I'm going to come back in the next couple of days and do one of these proper approaches into the airport, because that was really, well, if I'd have had vectors, you know, if the controller had been on, I would have had better guidance, and I would have been amazingly overwhelmed, I think.
United 5850-350.
So,
United 58, hello, you're identified.
but cool. This is a, I don't know, I've never heard this airport ever mentioned as one of those hard approach places, but it really should. It should be. You know, right up there with Lowy.
Condor 2115, report your speed 133435, goodbye. With speed 133435, code 2115, have a good day.
Wait, what is that? That's, oh, this is a, it's a sea base. seaport. See the ramp right there.
Go ahead.
Request level 350 for cruise today.
I like it. I like it. I sucked at it, but I liked it. Something to learn. Alright. So, good flight. And, yeah. So from here, probably, maybe Crete. Maybe I'll go someplace closer so I can come back here. I'll look around. I'll look around.
Okay, descent 250, flight level 250, 2,000 feet at Greater United 182.
Could go to Budapest. It's not far. Okay.